Hey there YouTube! So today I'm going to bring you a TBR for the Spring Manga Loves Readathon, but first I'm going to acknowledge that my hair is pretty much yellow. I know I should have waited to go to a salon to get it done, but you know, the quarantine got to me. So this isn't the final version. I'm still working on making it look nicer, and it's gonna go to another color soon once I can like get it to where it needs to be and it's not super poofy and it's I'm not scared it's gonna fall out. So yeah, just wanted to address that. This video, like I said, is not about my hair. It is about my Spring Manga Loves Readathon TBR. So this is a readathon organized by Shay over at Shay Geeks Out. She has an awesome channel where she talks a lot about manga and some books, and basically if you like my channel, you're gonna love Shay's channel, so go check her out. This is a readathon that happens every once in a while in different like forms. This is the spring version. The readathon runs from May 18th to 24th, so it is a week-long readathon. I believe in other iterations of this readathon it's only like a weekend, but I guess because nobody is doing much of anything right now, Shay decided to make it a week-long, which is great. So let's get into my TBR and the challenges. So there are only 2 challenges for this readathon. The first one is to read a manga that has been recommended to you, and the second one is to read 1 volume of manga every day. Really simple challenges and a really achievable readathon, so I'm optimistic about this one, even though I have a history of never finishing readathons.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
But this one seems like it should be easy. So let's get into what I'm going to be reading this week. So first off is the manga that was recommended to me. So I am going to be reading Ran the Peerless Beauty by Amitsu. This was recommended to me through one of Natalie from Pages and Panels videos on her channel. She talked about this manga and I was like, ooh, I need to read that. I don't have a really coherent synopsis for this, but basically it's about this like really pretty girl at school, and she's kind of just like undateable because she's considered so beautiful. And then there's a boy, his family runs a flower shop, and they have a thing together, and it sounds like a really sweet manga, so I'm really excited to read it. This is a digital only series, so I got it on Kindle, so I'm going to be reading it that way. Lately I've been like experimenting with like digital manga. I definitely love my imprint volumes, but there are some things that you can only get digitally, so I need to dive into that market. And so next is the rest of the manga that I'm going to be reading. There is only one other digital manga that I'm going to read, and that is going to be Aoba-kun's Confessions, and this is by, I forgot. Okay, yeah, so Aoba-kun's Confessions is by Emma Toyama, and this is a story about a girl who goes to work in like a listening house where basically people go and they pay people to just like listen to their problems. So she ends up meeting this boy, like the popular boy in school on the basketball team, and she hears some of his confessions, and they kind of like form a sort of relationship. So I've read the first and the second volume of this, so I'm going to read volume 3, and I'm reading this one digitally. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so it looked kind of cute, and so I decided to pick it up. So far it's pretty good. It's not going to like make my list of like top favorite manga, but it is interesting enough for me to keep on going, so I'll give it another volume, see if I will continue. So far it's pretty cute, and I want to find out where these 2 characters' relationships go. The rest of the manga that I'm going to be reading are physical copies. They're all kind of like in the middle of series because I've like started a bunch of stuff and haven't continued with it, so I need to do that. So the next 3 volumes of manga that I'm going to read are going to be volumes 5, 6, and 7 of Yona of the Dawn, and this is by Mizuho Kusanagi. So this is a very popular manga series with good reason, because it is very good, but it's basically about this princess. She is kind of cast out of her castle and loses her whole family, and so she has to learn to survive on her own with her childhood friend and bodyguard Hawk, and she goes on this quest to find the like 4 dragon warriors or something like that, and she goes to collect them, and it's kind of about their adventures, and there is fantasy stuff, and there is romance, and there are hot boys, and it's just like a really, really good like fantasy romance manga, and it's like amazing. Like, it's amazing. That's all I can say about it. And if you haven't read Readathon, what are you doing? There's also like this man right here, and you know, I would give everything for Hawk. Next, I am going to be reading volumes 2 and 3 of Sand Chronicles, and this is by Hinako Ashihara. So this is a story. This is an older manga. I picked this up like secondhand at an anime convention. So I have the first, I think, 6 volumes of this, but this is kind of about a girl who moves back to her hometown and connects with people from her childhood or people that her mom knew, and kind of like starts to live this life living in the countryside when she's from the city, and it's just kind of about her growing up, relationships, that sort of thing. And I really like it so far. I think currently, as of filming this video, I am only about, I think, halfway through the first volume, so I need to read that before I read the rest of this, but I should be able to finish that up soon, before the readathon starts, definitely. That is my TBR for the Manga Loves Readathon Spring Edition. Spring Manga Loves Readathon, I think that's what it's called. If you are participating in this readathon, please let me know in the comments below. If you've read any of these manga series, what do you think of them? I don't know if I would be vlogging my experience. I'll probably do some sort of wrap up at the end. I will try to vlog. I want to be better at vlogging, but I am not good at it. I think most of it is I'm disappointed with my footage because I have 2 camera options. I have my DSLR, which I film these videos with, or my phone, which has a giant crack in the camera, so it just like doesn't look very good. There's always some sort of weird glare on it. So I don't know, I'm trying to get better at vlogging with what I've got and trying to figure out what works best and try not to be so super awkward. But yeah, I'll try to see if I can throw a vlog together or some sort of like check-in thing at the end of the week. Alright, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more bookish, manga, and nerdy content from me. That is all I've got for you guys today. I'm Christy Lou. Till next time, matane!